What I've got here is a Compart Family Farms competition cut pork butt. We're about to trim this thing down, and this is one of the exact reasons that Booty Q is one of the top teams in the country right now in KCBS pork. You know, some people overthink these things. This right here is the money muscle, most flavorful piece of meat there is. Some people say, well, the Compart money muscle is too small. Well, you know what? If you think it's too small, cook an extra butt. I mean, because you're not going to beat the flavor of this piece of meat. But anyway, I do this very simple. I'm going to trim this butt in about 5 minutes. I'm going to remove this fat cap right here off the backside and come in, expose some of this pretty meat. Just look at that marbling right there in that meat. This piece right here is what's often called the bacon off of a pork butt. Very flavorful. You get some very good bark out of that if you know how to trim it out like I'm about to show you. Just kind of shape this thing up. It does not have to be perfect by any means. I've seen people take an hour to trim one pork butt. That's borderline ridiculous. You know, that's a little anal retentive. I'm not that bad myself, but anyway, just get this thing shaped out nice right here. Don't cut yourself. Roll that fat cap back. Come in here, clean this up a little bit right here. Get some more of that fat out. Those that don't know, there's basically 2 layers of fat on the backside of a pork butt. And there's a little string of meat in between them. That's what we call the bacon I was saying earlier. But I want to take some more of this out right here. Shave that out right there. Leave a little bit if you have to. Excuse me. Come in right here. Trim some more of this out. Got that nice meat right there. Talking about some beautiful bark. It'll come from that right there. Anyway, just get some more of that fat off right there. Just look at how pretty that piece of meat is right there. That'll make some nice bark when we start building a box later. Some parts of the country, they don't know what bark is. They want to call that dried out meat. A properly cooked piece of bark is not dried out meat. It's going to be the most flavorful piece of pork you ever had. And what I'm doing right here, this is going to be the bottom side of the money muscle. So I'm going to take out most of this fat right here directly on top of that money muscle like this. Expose that meat. I don't want that bacon, nor do I want all that fat. Because later on, what we're going to do here, when we get ready to build a box later today, we're going to cut this off, and we're going to slice this and make it into some nice medallions. We'll come back up on the top side right here, trim this out a little bit. You kind of see right here, I've got a fat vein. That fat vein is the end of your money muscle. So what I'm going to do right there, I'm going to basically draw me a line and cut down into that a little bit. And I know exactly where that is. And then I'm leaving this still attached per KCBS rules until it's cooked. And now, I'm going to hold this up, and you see kind of what I've got. I'm going to have bark all the way around that piece of muscle except for maybe an inch. It's going to make for a really pleasant presentation in the box.
I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
If I'd known, I would have brought my 100-footer.
You probably got one of them under here.
Basically, that's all I do to a pork butt until we get ready to season inject it. And I do have several 180s and several first place porks this year. Keep it simple, guys. That's what it takes to win barbecue. Is that not a pretty piece of meat right there? Is that not a pretty muscle? That's what kicks ass right there. Team Compart rocks.
Cool. Let me take a picture of you now.